Hello, folks. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. Well, I am here to talk more about Star Wars The Rule of Two, and this is part 3 to that. So, in other words, the grand design of the Sith was fashioned in the form of one ruler over everything and an apprentice only. But they can have armies of lesser beings and soldiers as long as they didn't have the Force as a weapon. So the Sith sought to restrict those numbers to the most minimum. Yeah, some would wonder, why would they do that? Well, it was because the Sith couldn't trust each other. They couldn't trust no one. They couldn't trust each other. They didn't like each other. They were greedy. They wanted to outdo each other in a sense where everybody wanted to be chiefs, but no one wanted to be enemies. So that resulted in much infighting amongst the Sith when it was many numerous thousands. So, and all that evidence gathered is historic because they had libraries and all methods for processing and storing materials of history in that galaxy. So you need only pull up different eras and they could teach you about specific Jedi Knights or Sith Lords. So they would show you stuff on thousands of Force sensitives out there. It would be like their library system and internet system has to be just as advanced as here, if not more so. So you get the precise numbers as to how many of this was out there and how many of that. Where the Sith, they finally realized that it wasn't superior numbers that were their most undoing and which resulted in their failures, but rather it was just that it was too many devils, wicked, let loose throughout the galaxy that had their own specific agendas. It does work like that with Darksiders, as simply as that and more. So Bane had to destroy all of the Sith. They wouldn't destroy themselves. He was probably nice enough to suggest that, but they refused to. So that him and his apprentice had to hunt down scraggling Sith Lords that were hiding out from him. So remember when Palpatine and Vader took over, it was Vader hunting down remaining Jedi Knights. So back during the Baneite area, where Darth Bane was the resident ruling Sith, him and his apprentice had to hunt down straggling Sith because they offset that plan and they put it in serious jeopardy. So they would hunt down Sith and then have their plan set in motion too, because they didn't want anything disturbed which destroyed what they had set in motion and what they had intent on furthering. So that's how it was, that's how things were done back then. Yeah, then the rule of two was meant to be the salvation for the Sith. It was supposed to be the evil type of prophetic thing that was destined to happen, much like any Jedi prophecy that told them that something would happen. But in the rule of two, you would find some prophecies coming true eventually, which made you believe that there are dark side prophecies and light side prophecies as well. Well, folks, hope you enjoyed this. There may be more, so stay tuned. But right now, I'd appreciate it if you would give me those likes, comments, and please subscribe to me, Detroit Miracle. Thank you.